Hello, humans. Welcome to the M Word, the Manx Sport podcast, brought to you by Martin. That's me.
And Matt.
That's him over there. Hello, Matt.
Martin, yeah, say if you have to pick me out.
Well, yeah, we have a big audience with us, and I'm just thinking that I would not go out on the poll with any of you because I'd be the ugly guy left at the end because you're very handsome people. So, thank you for joining us today. Mixture of cyclists and motorcyclists. And it's all part of the event that's happening next Friday, Senior Race Day, or not Senior Race Day. We're also joined on the call and on if you're watching on YouTube, Nell, who's part of the Manx Solidarity Fund as well, who will talk about what this is all about ultimately, and to raise awareness and funds for the Solidarity Fund. It was a concept developed originally by Conor, and the idea is there's a motorcycle teamed up with a cyclist. They'll start in pairs on Senior Race Day and compete around a lap of the circuit. It's not about time, it's about amount of money raised. So each of these guys who'll plead for you to donate to themselves because the overall winner is the one or the team that raised the most. So perhaps just first of all to introduce everyone around the room. So I'm going to go in order that's on my I'm going to go in order of teams to start with. So perhaps you could just give a 10 or 15 second bio of yourself as I introduce you. So starting with team one, we've got Nathan on. So Nathan.
Hello.
Motorcyclist.
Hi, I'm Nathan Harrison.
Hi, Nathan.
Hello, Michael.
And do you do much push biking? Or you're just a motorbike?
Well, I cheat really. I've got an e-mountain bike, so I've just finished my first road bike ride and I nearly died, so I'm going to be in for a treat, I think.
Well, fortunately, you're only riding with Andrew Roach, so you'll be fine.
I know, yeah, nothing special, I heard.
Oh, no. So, Andrew, do you want to introduce yourself for those one person in the world that doesn't know who you are?
Yeah, hi. Andrew Roach, former cyclist, I'll call myself now these days. So now I just do coaching, so we've got you sorted there, Nathan. If we'll do a bit of coaching as we go around. You can show me the fast lines and I'll show you how to get up the hills a bit better. Get down the hills as fast as
that sounds like a plan.
No bringing that e-bike either. Team two is Paul Phillips. Hi, Paul.
So I don't race a motorcycle, but I do work on a motorcycle race. So I keep forgetting it's TT week actually. I was thinking that today that it should have been Mad Sunday, but so I work on the TT and cycle now and again. Now and again.
Now and again, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're joined by Tara. Tara, you've come out of retirement.
Yeah. I'm Tara Ferguson and I normally ride for Team Island Man or the ladies Island Man women team. And if you've ever heard of a fair weather rider, it would be me. That's what so.
You're hoping for good weather next Friday.
Yeah, if it's not, then I can't, say I'm going to be there.
Forecast looks good, you'll be fine. So we've got team three, Nigel.
Yeah, hi guys, Nigel Beattie, an ex-rider now, but very privileged to be part of it. And when Conor rang me to see if I'd take part, I was more than happy to help out.
Do a bit of push biking as well?
Yeah, I do. Well, that's what I filled the void with since I stopped racing, sort of endurance, bit of sort of stage racing sort of stuff. So yeah, I do that to sort of keep fit.
Feels like a bit of a ringer team, this one to me, because you're joined by Mark Christian.
Hi guys, sounds like it, doesn't it? I'm really looking forward to Friday, but hopefully Nigel doesn't give me too much of a hard time. Sounds like he does a bit on the bike, so I'll be slow down at the mountain. But glad to be a part of it, really looking forward to it.
So team four, we've got Conor. Is he still here?
Yeah, Conor Cummins raced TT for Malenka by Padgett's Racing, and massively, I'm privileged to be part of the Manx Solidarity Fund team, and really happy to be in this event on Senior Race Day, and with a lot of like-minded two-wheeled enthusiasts. So I'm looking forward to it, and we'll have a lot of fun with going around the track with Jessie.
So before we started, Mel mentioned this was your brainchild. Will you be regretting that somewhere up around the gooseneck when Jessie's giving you a hard time?
I'm thinking more somewhere like the Crosby, I think. But I'm looking forward to it. I do do a bit of cycling in the winter as a bit of fitness. Obviously, you've got to be hugely fit for the TT job, and cycling is a good way of keeping fit. So I'm probably more of a fair weather cyclist myself, but it's a good way of keeping fit. It's a bit of fun.
Keep you up with Tara. So you mentioned joined by Jessie. Hi, Jessie.
Hi, I'm Jess, just a local cyclist, also ride for the Team IRM ladies team. Mainly do local events, and we'll try my hand at most local races, apart from like the enduro sort of thing.
I'm sure a great honour on Fridays as well to ride with Conor.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Good to get a lap in with Conor.
Get some fast lines. So Team 5, Michael Evans. Hi, Michael.
Hello, Michael Evans. Yeah, I guess I'm the TT rider, but I think I've done more cycling in the last 2 years than I've done TT riding anyway. So yeah, but be good on Friday to get around with Sam and see what it's all about.
I assume there, if you've been cycling for the last couple of years, you've got into shaving your legs now, we hope.
No. Oh. I don't know if it's going to be a disappointment or what. I might turn up on the day with one shaved and one not shaved.
Sam can pop around and help. It's fine. So you mentioned Sam.
Yeah, I'm Sam Brand, professional cyclist with Team Novo Nordisk. Everyone on the team is type 1 diabetic, so that's kind of our mission. But I popped round to Mikey's before, 2 Peel lads now teamed up together. So he's promised to teach me how to get my knee down, so we're going fast around some of those corners. So now looking forward to it, and it's a privilege to be a part of. So thank you, guys.
Sounds like you're pitching there for Peel donations to me. That's what that sounded like.
Well, someone has to.
So Team 6, Jamie.
Hi, I'm Jamie Kringle. Started my road racing career 4 years ago and was meant to make my TT debut this year, but obviously not happening.
Did you do much push biking?
A little bit, not a lot, to be honest.
So you're joined by Anna. Hi, Anna. You there?
Hi.
You're over there.
I was actually waiting for that answer from Jamie too when you're asking if he does much push biking, because I was like, oh God, does he?
No.
I was thinking that'd be your answer. You don't do much, but yeah, I'm Anna Christian and I ride for Drops Cycling Team, which is a British-based team, but ride all over the world.
Thanks for joining. And obviously, for those that don't know, obviously Mark's brother and sister. And Team 7, Pete's not with us. Pete Kennick, and I'm sure everyone listening on the call knows of Pete. And Pete's joined by Leanne. Hi, Leanne.
Hiya. I'm Leanne Harper. People probably know me more as Danine's girlfriend. I'm 34 years old. I haven't been cycling too long, only about 18 months. I've got cystic fibrosis and cystic fibrosis related diabetes. Little thing there. I've rode the course once, and that was last Sunday, sorry. So I've not got too much experience, but I'm willing to give it a good go.
It's an interesting comment now. So has anyone on the call not ridden a lap before on a push bike?
I've done it once. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah, just one.
It's done a few fast laps as well, though, so you're all right. As I mentioned at the outset there, we're joined by Mel on the fun side of it. Thanks for joining us today as well, Mel. Perhaps you can just provide the listeners, just a bit of background on how the fun's going. Obviously, there was quite a large profile with what Christian did and how that's worked out and how, the hope for this event as well.
Thanks, Martin. Yeah, really excited to be involved in this. And thanks so much to all of the faces that are here. It's great to see you all for the first time, and we're really privileged to have you all on board. Really thanks a lot for your time and your involvement in this. It's really great. I'm sorry for the circumstances. Sorry to hear that, Jamie, you would have been riding, this year, but out of bad things with the cancellation, something good's going to come out of this. Hopefully, I think it'll really bring two communities together, the cyclists and the motorcyclists, which is great. Big part of this challenge is going to be about road safety and cycle safety, and the way that we're going to promote it, hopefully sharing the roads together, that kind of Manx solidarity feel that we really went for with Christian's challenge. So just to talk a little bit about that, we It started off very small, and then in rather a hurry, we kind of just decided, I think it was about 4 or 5 days beforehand, Martin, wasn't it? And got going with it, and it grew and grew. And we pulled in, we sort of learned as we went along, really, and pulled in all different sectors of the community to start him off. And that kind of seemed to appeal to more and more people, and it kind of grew, and word of mouth. So hoping that, you know, over the next few days, this will do the same with the 7 teams that we've got going on. And obviously all you guys are really well known in the community, which is great. And you've all got friends and family supporting. Christian's challenge was incredible and raised, you know, over £100,000, which is just, you know, just blew us all away, really, considering he started with a target of £100. And then, you know, we persuaded him to go large and go for the 19,000. Really with this one, it's altogether different because it's just the one day and a few days in the lead up to it. So there's no pressure to raise loads and loads of funds. You know, we just want a nice challenge with all you guys having a lot of fun and enjoying it and raising awareness, really. You know, it'd be great to raise funds, and obviously the winning team is the team that raises the most funds, because we can't call it a race because that's into play all sorts of road racing legislation. So it's all about raising funds, but actually the Manx Solidarity Fund now raised over £600,000 in a couple of months. So the fundraising is going really well. Things like this are really, you know, helpful and get the name out there. For us, what we want to do is raise awareness so that people now start applying, because although the Isle of Man has been very lucky and hasn't been hit hard, you know, there's been some awful tragedies with deaths on the island, but not nearly as many, I think, as people had perhaps thought. So we've kind of swerved it a little bit, but, you know, unemployment and things we think will hit hard possibly in the next few months. We've been involved with helping some amazing cases, actually, some really humbling cases from individual mothers who've been really struggling to put food on the table, you know, domestic violence situations, which, just not nice to hear about. And then through to businesses, we've been fortunate to be able to help some, you know, a good handful of businesses now to really keep going and sustain their employment. Couple come to mind. There's a private hire minibus company that had expanded with extra vehicles and extra staff right before lockdown. And then obviously everything was cancelled, all the tourist trade and the weddings. So was looking at folding, but we've managed to keep them going and keep those 5 staff employed. There's another one, paddleboarding, have received help, which is obviously a lot of the tourist places. A pub on the TT course, a very iconic one, wouldn't be going but for some help from us. So there's a whole host, really. Also some just down to simple things like the medical equipment that we're helping to purchase. The people that go away for chemotherapy treatment, cancer patients, helping with masks and hand sanitizers for the people that are traveling. So those type of things. So the objects of the fund are to help people in need due to COVID. Sorry, phone. Due to the COVID pandemic, and with ongoing needs. So really about keeping employment going, and, you know, just helping support the government, I suppose, where you know, there hasn't been enough government support, so for people in need. So, and there are a lot of people out there in need. Some people are a bit too proud to apply, we're finding, and some people just haven't heard of us yet. A lot of people haven't heard of the Manx Solidarity Fund. So this type of thing would be great if we get awareness out there and spread the net a bit wider. That would be brilliant.
And the website, you can apply through the website, Mel.
Yes, there's an online application portal on the website, which is manxsolidarityfund.com. And yeah, there's a form there to fill out, which is fairly straightforward. You just fill it out, put as much information in there as possible. Our applications team meet every week. They have a very strong sort of set of criteria, and they look at everything with very sort of strict scrutinization process. It's very robust, and they look at it in quite a lot of detail, and then it's looked at by a second team, sort of an independent team as well. So everything is looked at very carefully. We have accountants help us as well. There's a lot of people involved in the whole fund, and everybody is volunteers, and every pound that's raised on the island stays on the island and goes to worthy causes on the island. There's no expenses, or, you know, everybody that's involved are volunteers.
And I know,
as you are, here too. Thank you.
And I know it's a fast-moving environment that we're in, so that I believe there's a process for reapplying, whether that's that you didn't quite meet the criteria the first time. They're kind of moving goalposts to a point. So whether you've received benefit and 4 weeks later your situation's no better, to you didn't meet the criteria first time, I believe you can apply again. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. You can apply again, and even if you've, your own situation might have changed since you last applied. So yeah, if you've been turned down once, but you find yourself in more dire need for whatever reason, which we are expecting to happen, yes, please do apply again.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Mel. So Mel, we're going to ask you, because we're going to move on to do a quiz. So we've got a sponsor for the quiz. So Plum Properties, who online estate agents based on the Isle of Man. Again, like a lot of businesses are ultimately, there's a downturn in business, but they've kindly stepped forward and donated £200 to the quiz winner. So the winner of this quiz, the team, will get 200 quid straight into their Just Given page. So I'd like you to hang around, Mel, if that's all right, to be judge. So we're going to read out some quiz questions, 3 questions. First to answer, we'll go through to the next round. So there's 3 teams that will go through. As soon as you know the answer, shout your name, and it's for Mel to decide who shouted the name first. And then obviously if you answer it right, your team will go through to the next round. Everyone understand?
Yep.
Yeah.
This
So,
could get messy.
say again?
Just saying, this could get messy.
Yeah.
Martin, you should be on my team. I've only got one person.
Never mind. Who cares? You can all hear that? Get you in the mood. So just consider me Sue Barker. So remember, shout your name, not the answer.
What is it? I know what the song is now.
I've got a bike question, a motorbike, cyclist question, then a Manx question. So first question is, who won the senior in 2008?
Michael.
So it's Michael.
John McGuinness.
Correct. Yeah.
Good lad. Good lad.
Check my.
I'm writing this down.
So that's team 5. You're through to the next round. Got a cycling question now, which I've lost.
We're out of the next question.
Say again.
Does that mean we're out of the next question?
Yeah. You're through. Yeah, through to the next round. So next question is, who won the 2008 Tour de France?
Anna. Contador?
No.
Paul.
Paul. Oh, sorry. No, go on.
Go on, go for it.
Was it Sastra?
No. Oh, it's harder than I thought. Oh, yeah, it was. Sorry, it was. I'm completely correct. Sorry, yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad. Keeping you on your toes. So team 2, you're through. So if you just out with this. So final question to get through to the next round, which is a Manx question if we can find it. Okay.
Fingers on your buzzers.
Say again.
I said fingers on your buzzers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With a noise.
Who is the present Chief Minister of the Isle of Man?
Mark, got it.
Flip, I heard Matt Conor.
Oh.
I thought I heard Hannah Anna first, but I don't know.
Hannah, did you?
Out of it, isn't she?
I heard her first.
Oh yeah, no, because I got it wrong.
It's not two rules like that.
So we'll let the lady go, Anna.
Thanks. Howard Quayle.
Indeed. So well done. So that's team 2, 5, and 6. 2 other folks need to stay out the next round. And I think Matty's got the questions for the next round. So just for the 3 teams. So same process. Shout out your name.
Who's in this one? The ones that just went through.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, the rest of you pipe down.
Okay, so for question 1 on this one, a motorbike-based one. Who won the 2008 Superbike TT?
Cameron Donald.
Correct.
Michael.
Very quick.
So that's team 2 through. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for the second one, cycling-based one, switching it up, who won the 2011 Tour de France?
Annie, you can take it because I have no idea.
I know.
You can't go through twice,
Yeah,
Paul.
but I don't actually know on the tour that year.
So it's basically Michael, Sam, Jamie, or
whoever won it the year before Bradley Wiggins won it, but I don't know.
Conor.
No.
Who would have won it before Brad Wiggins? I don't know.
We can have a guess because we do have a backup question. So,
Mark probably knows this actually.
Who did you guess before?
Oh, Conor.
Well, I guess Conor, so that
yeah.
Did he win? Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's not Conor.
Oh, it wasn't Conor.
No. He was too busy eating beef somewhere, I think.
I can't actually think now. My mind's gone blank.
Oh, I think the backup question, it was Cadell Evans.
Oh, wow.
Okay. See that late? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so the backup question we have
PT question.
The first rider to lap the TT course over 120 mile an hour.
Michael.
Yep. Correct.
Good lad, you saved the day again.
So that's team 1. What team are you? Team 5. So team 5, team 2, you're in the final for 200 smackaroos. So this isn't the first to answer. This is the closest to. So you might have to bear with me after the mathematics. It's a Manx-based question, which I need to find on my pad here, which is the Isle of Man landmass in square miles to the nearest winds.
Wow.
Time to shine, Tara.
For the landmass in square miles. And no on your phones. Stay off them.
Wait for them to answer first.
Square miles.
I don't know how wide it is.
I don't even know where to start.
265.
Who said that? Sorry.
Do we get one answer between our pairs, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can scrap it out.
Michael, I'll take this one.
All right, go for it.
But I'll wait for their answer first because if
Whoa! We set rules.
I'll actually, as the Subarca, I'll insist that you guys go first because you got through second. So Sam and Michael.
I think it's 560 square mile.
You happy with that, Michael?
Go for it.
560.
Is it? Are you going to give an answer?
I will do in a second. Team 2, what do you think it is?
I haven't a clue. I was going to guess a lot lower.
Oh wait, hold on.
Whoa! No.
I've gone in K, not in miles.
Ooh.
Oh, bloody European races.
It's 560. Wait, let me do divide.
What?
Oh,
560 divided by 1.
Get your abacus out.
350.
Everyone's getting Google on the go.
Okay, 350.
I bet Google's flat out here.
We drive on the right hand side here.
Come on. K's the way forward. Makes the ride seem longer.
Tara, what's your answer?
I was originally going to say 300.
I'll go with that.
Yeah. Do you want to go with 300?
Can I have a guess at it?
Going 300.
Can I have a guess?
Yeah, please.
227.
Oh. Well,
That's a lot less lower than ours anyway. So.
221. So well done.
Wow.
221.
221.
Yeah, in miles that is as well, Sam. So well done, Paul and Tara. 200 quid coming your way from Plum Properties. So we thank those guys.
Nice start.
Straight up into the leaderboard. Yeah, we like that. So the next thing we want to do is obviously the job's to try and raise money for your respective teams. So just going to go around each team and really you got to sell yourselves why people should donate to you. So whether that's because you're great or the other teams are rubbish, or whether you've got some good stories that you can tell that can donate to you. So perhaps we'll start with team 1 and Nathan and Andy, or whether you've got a joke or something to entertain people to convince them to donate to you instead of the other 6 teams.
You want to go first, Andrew?
I'll give it a go anyway. Yeah. Well, from my side of things, I'll do the pleading side of things. So most of the teams have got a current kind of superstar cyclist within their ranks. So I'm a has-been washed up. So we need the money. we haven't got as big of appeal from the cycling end of the team, I think. So that's we need this big draw to come in for us. How do you reckon, Nathan? What are you thinking?
My side of things is, as I told you before, my first ever cycle on a road bike was about 20 minutes ago, and I nearly died. So you good luck pulling me up the mountain mile. I also had a big accident in 2015 where my legs got smashed to bits. So all my left leg is fused to bits and held with metal and what have you. So I'm sure it'll get that working, which really hasn't worked since 2015, to be honest with you. Because on my bike, I'm a bit like Hutchie, where it's all changed over to the right-hand side. So all I can say is good luck to Andrew for trying to pull me around.
Very good, very good. So team 2, Paul, Tara, grovel away.
I was going to try and go down the line of saying of all the TT people that are involved, I was looking for a bit of pity because I'm the oldest, but then I've just realised that Nigel is, I think, in my year at school and possibly older than me. Which might scupper my plan. When was your birthday, Nigel?
November.
Yeah, bollocks. That's that. So, yeah, I have to go on the basis then that I'm not a sportsman like all these other guys from the TT that are doing it, and you know, they're all sportsmen. The fact that I do 15 hours a week cycling shouldn't come into it, really.
15 hours a week.
Do you want to add anything, Tara?
I think that Team Paul deserves it because he will have to listen to me complain for 37 miles.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
You think that you would deserve that at the end.
So team 3, Nigel, Mark. Out of interest, and I should have asked earlier on, how many of the teams have not met before?
I haven't.
I haven't met Pete before.
Oh, most of you haven't. Right, interesting. Sorry, go on, Nigel, Mark.
Well, I think we've got the oldest guy in the out of everyone, haven't we? So I think we've got to drag the old man around 37 miles.
He's also one of the Isle of Man's best athletes.
So you're going for the pensioners' donations.
Right,
exactly. Yeah.
That's it, yeah. But no, I think, you know, although it's a bit of competition to raise funds, I think, you know, the most important thing is collectively, so we raise as much as we can for the sort of fund. Which, Mark's got to drag me up the mountain in my Zimmer frame, then that's so be it. I think the main thing is we all have a bit of fun out there and raise enough money as we can for the sort of fund and the community of the island.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. So team 4,
exactly.
Conor and Jessie. Can't find you.
Ladies first.
I was going to go down a similar route to Nigel, that, you know, we're in the challenge to raise money for a great look cause. So if anyone can make a donation, they should. But if you don't know which team to vote for or to support, obviously it's mine and Conor's team.
From my side, it's echoing pretty much what everyone's saying here. It's all about raising awareness and a few quid for this great fund, and you know, can't guarantee Jessie a great performance on the day in the cycling, but you know, if we get to Ramsey and I'm doing crap, we can always go in for a decent coffee. So we should be all right, and we'll get us fueled up for the rest of the way around.
And a pizza.
So I'm looking forward to it. Be good crack.
So team 5, Michael, the Peel posse, Michael and Sam.
Yeah, me and Sam, we deserve it because we've bonded already as a team. Sam's been around the house from the Sunset Capital, and yeah, we're on it.
And he's shaving your legs.
Maybe one.
I'll donate if you let him do that.
Socially distant, I'll have to have like a 2-meter razor from like up the door.
Like the one you use on your back, Sam.
Yeah.
With the long handle.
Just like everyone said, you know, to be a part of something like this is special anyway. I'll do anything I can to raise money for people who need it, you know. So to be part of that is great as an outset. Anyone who can afford to push money in our direction out of everybody is a superstar anyway. So the main important thing is if you can do it, donate, but donate to us first, and if not, just pick the next most beautiful team. It's the way it works. So. Ours is first though.
Jamie and Anna.
You can lead the way, Anna.
I was going to say, obviously, it's not to be your first TT, make it a pretty special one. To say, like, got something good out of it to raise a lot of money. So if you'd want to make someone's first TT very special, then donate money our way.
Yeah.
Stolen your line.
I don't have any. That's why I'll do me.
Wait for him.
And then Team 7, I know Pete's not here, but Leanne.
Okay. So obviously I feel like I'm also not a TT rider, as you probably realise. I feel like I'm standing in for Dan, which I'm sure he'd love to do this event. So the reason why I think I deserve the most donations, well, I think on the TT Riders team, I'm the only girl. I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah, these are all boys. So I feel like I'm stepping up here for all the women that ride racing around the TT or BSB or anything like that. So I think all the girls need to get behind me and start donating, which would be lovely. Also, obviously with me CF, I've got a reduced lung function compared to everybody else. So I'm looking around about 65% lung function. That's probably not as much as everyone else here. So I think that's another little, it's going to be difficult for me, but I have been practicing a little bit. The other one is, I think I'm the only person that's been round on 2 wheels in one lap. Like, I know some of you haven't done it on a push bike, but you've done it on a road bike. But I've never, I don't know, maybe I'm just clutching at straws here, but yeah, no, it's going to be a great cause. I'm really honoured that you've asked me to do it with it, because obviously I'm not. But yeah, it's a great cause, and it's nice. I've had a lot of support from the Manx people with regards to after Dan died, and also Dan's charity as well that we set up in his name. And there's a lot of support from the Manx people, so it's nice to just give that back, really, and be a part of it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. So a couple of quick things, and then just going to quickly chat to each of you. But it was quite interesting. Although on Friday, obviously, Pete will be around. It's quite interesting that the involved in this event is the two fastest people around the TT course on 2 wheels, whether it's bike with Conor or with Pete, who holds the time trial record around. And out of interest, does anyone know starting with Pete, what Pete's time was for a lap on a push bike? What would the bikers say? Perhaps who are less likely to know. What would you do a lap of the TT?
Like an hour and a half or something.
Yeah, it was under an hour and a half.
An hour and 23 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1:23, something like that.
Yeah.
1:23. He's held that record for. Oh no, he took it off a guy that had it for 22 years, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, Chris Boardman. Yeah.
What does that work out as an average for that lap? Average?
Don't know actually. Yeah.
Average or something.
Don't know.
What's your best time, Andy? Because you've gone round it. It's pretty slick a few times.
1:27 something or other.
Right.
I'm the fastest old rider around there. Fastest over 40-year-old.
Right.
I'm trying to do that on Friday.
Your comment earlier about being the old retired cyclist thing, that's gone out the window now, yeah?
No, yeah. We'll play it down. Yeah.
And then from a motorbike perspective, Conor, what's your best time?
Well, that's a good 17:04, I think it was.
In the 2008.
2:19.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, last year. Sorry, yeah, last year.
Less than 17 and 4.
You caught me on the hop there, actually. I think it's 17:04. I think is actually my best time.
Yeah, right, okay. And then I do like the TT, so that's earlier. I just thought I'd ask the TT guys on here. I was reading an article by Adam Child, and he was talking about fast bends on the course and the fastest bend on the course. So I had to ask the TT guys what they think the fastest bend is. Appreciating bends and kinks, there's a, what's the definition of one or the other, but I think the lean angle he was using over a certain lean angle was considered a corner. So what would you say is the fastest corner?
I'd say probably Gorsley.
Crosby, good job, corner.
Which one, sorry, Miggy?
Crosby, that's a corner.
All right, yeah, the left-hander, yeah. Jamie, what do you think?
I seen something the other day, but I don't know whether it's into it, but Balagari with the lean angle and obviously the speed around it.
Yeah. What do you remember from your days?
Still trying to remember.
I think, well, probably for me, it was probably the left hander with the Crosby, really. That sort of pretty much flat out and sort of in.
What would you be doing through there generally on big bikes?
I mean, it's been
Conor.
Yeah.
What would you be doing through that left-hander there into Crosby, Conor?
I would say you'd do 180 odd mile an hour, I think.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe this article wasn't the fastest, or maybe it was Adams, because he was talking about the right-hander down past the Craig, the right-hander before Brandywell.
Yeah. That is a massively. That's more of a kink for me. If I want, or for all of us here, I'd imagine we're all on the same boat there. It's a bit of a kink, but scarily fast nonetheless.
Yeah.
For me, I would Gorsley and the left at Snugborough would be. Snugborough's one of the most committed corners on the track, and so is Gorsley. So
yeah,
real fast as well.
I mean, I'm no biker, but Gorsley seems seems to be a very blind corner. So it's a lot of
Yeah, and it's just so fast on the approach, and it's just massive total commitment with about an inch worth of, well, maybe an inch and a half worth of rubber on the ground, and you're still giving gas around the corner.
Oh, don't know. Balls are disappearing into my kidneys, don't.
You didn't don't worry.
So I just quickly want to, just before we wrap up, go again around the teams, just to, I suppose, an opportunity, obviously, running a sports podcast as well. It's always great to have so many sports people on. And then when I was just sort of sticking notes together, obviously I know a fair amount of cyclists, and I know bits about the bikes, but just how much Manxness, if that's a word, there is here. So just sort of piling through the team. So Nathan, double Manx Grand Prix winner. I'd imagine that was a massively proud moment for you.
Yeah, it was just more like after everything I'd been through and everything, and to come back at like 21 years old to do the double, and like you say, the 122 in my second year, I was pretty made up with that, to be fair.
Yeah, and your colleague Andrew won more Ireland Games medals than you can shake a stick at. Obviously competed at a high level at biking as well. Again, very proud moments, I assume, representing the island.
Yeah, it's funny though. This challenge, I suppose, it kind of rings more to TT. So I don't fully remember it, but I know I was like born in the Hawthorne, so I remember seeing old photos of myself sat on broken down TT bikes, like back in the 70s, kind of lined up against the wall with me plonked on there as a baby, sort of thing. So that's my first memories of the TT, if you like. So it's I've always been a massive fan of it. So it's it's a nice thing to be part of.
You ever done a pillion lap?
No. Well, I've done pillion, but not with Cal, but not a lap around the course.
Oh, just with Cal. Yeah, right. I'll be steady. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
You're basically doing that on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe after your lap, Nathan, you can return the favour when he drags you up the mountain. You can then stick him on the back of the bike.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, the living daylights out of him. The team two, starting with the ladies. Tara, you obviously represented the island at the Youth Commonwealth, silver medalist. Again, imagine a massively proud moment.
Yeah, definitely. I think when you're riding for the island man, it just feels like riding for yourself, especially when you've got like the team and everyone behind you. Yeah, it feels good to represent them.
Yeah. And Paul, I mean, running the TT, which is obviously a massively iconic event. around the world, let alone it's a symbol of, you know, the Isle of Man and what we're about. Again, imagine you take massive pride in that.
Yeah, I've always thought it's an honour to work on the TT. I grew up with it. I grew up living on the circuit, so it's been a big part of my life forever. It's different now, you know, in terms of for me, having worked on it for quite a long time, I view it very differently, and that's not always a positive thing. Like for most people, for what they do for a living, you know, it's pretty full on existence. But the emotional attachment to it and the kind of pride and what it means locally and stuff, it doesn't change. And I think it's just it's one of those things like the Grand National or the FA Cup final. It's a fabulously iconic sporting event that's known all around the world.
Yeah, absolutely. So Team 3, Nigel, former racer, Manx Grand Prix winner. What are your memories of that?
Yeah, no, that was it's a different sort of started racing. Really, it was my dad he used to race in the Manx Grand Prix, and obviously growing up around bikes and around the garage, it was something you always can be curious at. So I started with the intention of sort of trying to win a Manx Grand Prix really, and I was fortunate enough to do so in 2002, and sort of moved on to the TT then, similar sort of path to what sort of Mikey and Nathan are currently doing now. But there's a sort of proud moment, I think, standing on the TT podium in 04. Robert Dunlop. Robert was someone, I was a big fan of Robert when he was riding. I was in the hedge as a kid, sort of watching him go by, and to stand on the podium with the iconic Dunlop name at the TT. I was very proud.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark, obviously Commonwealth Games medalist. Again, I imagine massively. 2010, I think, if I recall. Proud moment.
Yeah, feels like a while back now already, but
What age were you then?
What's that? Sorry.
What age were you then?
About I think I was about 19, something like 19, 20, something like that. But obviously raced for various teams over the years and the Great Britain national team and stuff. But every time you come back to race with the Isle of Man jersey on your back, there's always something special about it. So, and I think as a nation as well, especially with cycling, I think we couldn't support our weight at Commonwealth Games level. We've got a few medals between us over the last 10 years or so. So, yeah, great to be part of it. It's a massive moment.
Yeah. So Team 4, Conor. Well, sorry, let me go ladies first. Jess, one, you're not going to get much protection, as I said earlier, behind. No, the other way around, actually, wasn't it? Sorry. But I know Jess, you ride a lot for the Isle of Man. Fairly new into cycling in relative terms. But again, it must, when you go away with, I know Andrew takes you as team manager for the ladies team. I imagine that's a great honour again to represent the island.
Yeah, and I've represented the island at the Island Games for basketball before as well.
Right.
That's representing the island at events like that is just great because you get so much support from the rest of the community, and there is a real sense of pride going towards the opening ceremonies and getting the Isle of Man, wearing the Isle of Man kits.
Yeah. And Conor, obviously a proud Manxman yourself.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud to be Manx. On the TT front, I couldn't really help but be a TT fan from day one because I was born in TT 86. So I was born into the racing game, and my dad, my uncle, they all race around the TT circuit, and I've always been involved in bikes throughout my life. So when I got the chance to go tarmac racing after racing motocross for a number of years, I've turned me on to short circuit racing, and then 2006 I made my TT debut, just turned 20 years of age, and did 120 mile an hour lap as a newcomer. Was over the moon, loved the experience, and it stuck with me ever since. So I've done it every year since. So despite a minor setback in 2010, I've just I'm real proud to be Manx, and I consider it a privilege to be able to do the TT, best course in the world. And I think what I want to say, and just listening on this whole conversation, it just highlights. I know we're doing this all in aid of the Manx Solidarity Fund, and but like just this whole this ride on senior race day just highlights again the talent that we've got on the Isle of Man on all fronts really, and it's I think as a nation we should be very, very proud of ourselves. So and we've all coming together on the day, and we're going to hopefully raise the profile furthermore from what Christian and his efforts did. And I know you're massively involved in that yourself, Martin. So it's huge.
You're right, and I suppose that's what I say when I'm researching all this. I've only got we've only got 13 people here. The sports people on the Isle of Man's unbelievable. So Michael, Manx Grand Prix double winner. Again, I imagine a massively proud moment to stand on that top step.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of similar situation to Conor really. My uncle and my dad both done TT quite a while ago, but they did it, and I was when I was younger we lived on Bray Hill, so I didn't really, in some ways I didn't have much of a choice. I was going down that route always. So yeah, I motocrossed for a good few years, and then kind of as soon as I could, it was onto the track of Derby, and then straight from there to the Manx.
And Sam, I know you race around the world, but you're always that Manx is always key to whether it's a sticker on your bike and talking about the Isle of Man.
Yeah, massive. Obviously, the Commonwealth Games in 2018 as well.
Of course, yeah.
The Manx jersey. It's incredible, because everybody hears of the Isle of Man. When I race against like Mark in similar races, there's always someone who can talk about the Isle of Man, which is fantastic. I wear the Isle of Man flag with pride. I've got my shoes, but especially linking it back to the TT, like I've been away because it's so busy here in TT fortnight. I tend to go away for training camps when TT's on. So to be here at this time of the year, I know there's no TT, but you do miss it. Like when I'm away and TT's on, I'll be listening to it on the radio so it's nice to be part of something that's linked to the TT. So yeah, no, like super proud to be Manx and always will be.
Yeah. And Anna, I mean, looking back there, Anna, I don't think I was racing my bike back then, but I didn't realise you were junior road race champs. What's your memories of that?
That feels ages ago too now, actually. But yeah, that was really nice to win that.
And this season, how's I suppose the disruptions of being obviously just based on the Isle of Man training back here now with Mark, I assume?
No, I've not actually been with Mark yet, but
yeah,
I guess
probably
I've kind of said there's no better place to be stuck for training, because I guess we're still able to ride, and the training roads we've got we're pretty lucky with. So yeah, there's probably nowhere else I'd rather be for lockdown really.
And Jamie, you obviously due to debut this year, and correct me if I'm wrong, you've not done the Manx, so that'd be your first time lapping the TT course. What I presume there was that they talk about that first time down Bray Hill. Are those things been going through your head before it was called off about how you might feel that day?
Yeah, I actually did a parade lap in 2017, I think it was. But even then, just doing a parade lap when you set off and go down Bray Hill just doesn't feel real. Just doesn't feel like you should be doing it. But yeah, that was a good experience. But obviously, I was looking forward to getting out on my own and doing my own thing, because that's what I prefer to do. I don't mind being in a bunch, but like prefer qualifying to a race sometimes just because I like being on my own. But yeah.
And I presume
had the TT have been on, tonight would have been a nervous night for you, Jamie, because tomorrow would have been your first race.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and give good weather, hasn't it? Typical.
And I presume a lot of the Manx guys, they'll give you advice, give you help, give you pointers, that type of thing, outside of what goes on from the rider liaison perspective.
Yeah, I'd done quite a few laps with Nathan throughout the winter. I was gonna do some with Miggy as well, and I'd completed 3 laps with Johnny Barton, because you've got to complete 5 laps under tuition. So I'd done 3 with Johnny, and then I was set to do a few with Milky as well. But obviously, when all this lockdown thing happened, it was the end of it.
And were you gutted at that stage?
Yeah, I was, but the way I'm looking at it now is no one's doing it, and it could have been worse. I could have injured myself up to it and not being able to do it, and everyone else is doing it.
Is that a dig, Jamie?
So Team 7, I know Pete's not with us today, but Leanne, I know obviously the TT's close to your heart.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, my mum and dad were very much into the TT, and then obviously when I met Dan in 2010, I've basically been in the paddock since. Obviously, Dan had great results in the Manx Grand Prix, winning the only person to win 3 races in a week. And then obviously went on to do the Super Stock 3rd place at the TT, which was Dan's first podium, which was very memorable and stuff like that. And Dan was very patriotic. Like, he was Manx as the hills, and yeah, he wore the flag on his chest, you know, all the way through his career and things like that. So we're all very Manx, like I say, and the TT just gives you that the butterflies when it all starts. And even for us, obviously I've never raced a TT, but we live and breathe and ride every mile with them. Do you know what I mean? So it's a huge part of our lives. So yeah, I'm very privileged to have experienced it.
Great, thank you. So thanks everyone. I appreciate you joining us today. Just a reminder, everyone, obviously donations, each of the teams have got a Just Giving page, and so if you find them on social media and through the Manx Solidarity Fund page. As Mel said at the outset as well, it's important, listeners, to spread the word about it. This is, although it's fundraising, we know money's tight for a lot of people at the moment, it's also about awareness. So if you feel you need help, then get in touch with the Manx Solidarity Fund to and apply. I think that's a key message certainly that Mel will get across. So thank you everyone. Good luck on Friday, especially to you bikers trying to hang on to some of those boys and girls. And it's word out from Mon.
Word out from Mon.